Hey, welcome back to the show.
Hey, how you doing?
The first episode of our fourth season.
Fourth
I guess.
season,
So,
third year.
yeah. That's pretty cool. I just realized how old that intro video is, where I have facial hair and you don't, and now
Yeah.
like the roles are like totally reversed, right?
Well, and it's interesting too, because looking back on that, that was recorded. I think that was recorded before I had a driver's license.
Oh yeah.
It was recorded before I had driver's license. It was recorded when I was 16
And driving in the rain.
and driving in the rain without a license. And here I am now this year. I'm turning 20 this year.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Great time. We have a lot of good people that send in a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you want to give a shout out?
A shout out to our two users, Drapsnat. That's
A new guy?
I love that.
Welcome.
Drapsnat.
Yeah.
That's just a fun word rolls off the tongue. Now, because I pointed it out, we have a new follower.
We have a new follower. It looks like she's watching right now, Sarah Safranik. And she makes 400.
You're right.
I feel like we bumped 400 and then like we lost 400,
then we
back.
dropped down a bit, and then we're back up.
Well, welcome to the show, Sarah and Drap Snack. We'll see who else pops in along the time. Today is, and this is, I'm not making this up.
I'm looking at it.
It's National Australia Day.
It is National Australia. You know what that means? That means subsequently, it's National Horrifying Creatures Day.
I feel like Australia is only populated around the coast, and most of it is empty, right?
It pretty much is.
It's like a desert.
Inland Australia is
where you go to
a lot
die.
of desert. Yeah, you go there, you disappear. That's it. That's how it works.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That's what they should do.
I just want to click on it.
For training, if you're training to run, drop someone off in the middle of Australia and just tell them run to the nearest city.
Yeah.
It's that way.
Okay, so here it is. Australia Day. Each year on January 26th, Australians celebrate the day their country was founded as a British colony in 1788. On this date, the first governor of New South Wales arrived at Sydney Cove and raised the first ever Union Jack flag. When you think of Australia, you probably think of kangaroos and koala bears. You might also think of the Sydney Opera House or the Great Barrier Reef. Movies like Crocodile Dundee or Finding Nemo might come to mind. However, Australia and Australians are much more than that. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to read.
There's a lot of facts. But
I like the 10,000 beaches.
I would say, I immediately locked on to 10,000 beaches.
We just said this. 90% of all
Australians live on the coast. Well,
and the other 10% are missing.
Now, that's interesting. Right above that, the Australian Alps get more snow than the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
I think Swiss only get the cheese. You can't have everything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
And they already keep some of the cheese for themselves, or else it wouldn't have all these holes in it.
Australia is home to the world's longest golf course, which is 850 miles long.
Imagine playing the 18 holes on that.
And this is crazy, too. Look at here. There are over 300 different languages and dialects in Australia.
That's very interesting.
I feel like that's really weird, but...
And you know what? I feel like all of them have the same accent.
Yeah. Okay, so it's also National Green Juice Day?
Yes, which is... I couldn't think of him. There's a dude who's the father of juicing.
Yeah.
And he
I know who you're talking about.
You know
He's
who
got
I'm
that
talking
thing
about.
and it's like...
Yeah, he's food processor dude.
Okay, if you're watching this and you know who the father of juicing is, please type it in the chat.
He had cancer.
Please type
and
it in
he
the chat.
solved it by drinking...
He beat it.
Yeah, not solved it. He beat it by
Solved
drinking...
the equation.
By drinking carrot... I think it was like apple and peach. Jay Gordage.
Jay Gordage. Oh yeah, the guy with the eyebrows.
Yeah, the man with the most impressive set of eyebrows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Okay, let's just do this real quick.
That's the video I saw right there.
There he is. The father of juicing. Real quick, I'll just put this.
He has... His eyebrows are fantastic. There's nothing that you can say about it. They're great.
Okay, real quick, let's just put this on the...
I forget which one it is.
Temp screen?
Yes.
There he is.
That's him.
That's the man.
That
the
is
myth,
the father of juicing.
The man, the myth, and the legend. Look at those eyebrows.
Ignore the John Trong thumbnail.
There he is.
Yeah, no, that's what that. Whenever anyone mentions juice nowadays, I immediately think of that guy.
That guy, and it's a good one. Okay, so wait, you were saying, National Green Juice Day.
National Green Juice Day. So being healthy, drinking your vegetables instead of eating them.
Right.
Because green equals inedible, so drink it. I mean, hey, look, man, money's green. You don't drink that either.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out where you're going with that. Okay, so National Green Juice Day. Not just juice, but green juice. And I don't know how pineapple's got in there, but whatever. National Customs Day.
Oh, you know what? By green juice, it probably just means like health juice.
It could be. Or organic.
Yeah.
No, I think it's green because they look like they're greens, but I see apples in there too.
Yeah, I say, because I saw the apples, and I think I see a mango on the right.
So National Customs Day, I don't think it's like clearing customs. I think it's like your own customs.
Yeah, I've never had to deal with customs, luckily.
Customs Day recognized the role of custom officials and agencies flowing the goods across the world's border. So I guess I was completely wrong. So there is a
it's not like airport customs.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. The agency, customs agency.
Yep. Yeah,
collecting tariffs and taxes. Yeah, I'm not celebrating.
Yeah,
this.
I've never had to deal with
I'm
customs.
sorry. I don't like paying taxes as it is.
So fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
Apparently, customs for Canada going into Canada
Yeah.
from the U.S. specifically are incredibly strict.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, the last one I'm going to do is National Peanut Brittle Day. You like peanut brittle?
I can't recall if I've ever had peanut brittle.
I like peanut brittle, but I like peanut butter fudge better.
I have a very specific image in my head of peanut brittle and me holding it, but I can't decide if it's real or if I dreamt it at some point in time. I can't decide. I can't tell.
Someone spiked my drink.
Dude, look.
And I remember eating peanut brittle.
Don't do this to me. I'm going to have an existential crisis.
but I'm not sure if I did.
I'm not sure if I actually ate it or if I ate it in my sleep.
Yeah. Okay. Another shout out to Kata. Thanks for joining us.
Kata?
And I hope I'm saying that right.
I really hope that's not supposed to be pronounced like
if I have
cat and then
if I've brutalized your name, please wait until I get to the articles where I am bound to brutalize something else coming up soon.
That is exactly why I actually made you read off the new follower because I didn't want to brutalize it.
Well, your last name is the same way, but I guess we shouldn't say that live.
Hey guys, you want to DDoS me really fast?
It was like difficult for me to figure that one out, and I remember like stumbling through it, thinking like, and then you try to just.
Well, no. So there's a chance that if my last name leaks, there's a 50-50 shot because in this town, well, in the general area, there are two families
with that name?
with the last name.
Yeah.
Because they come in and they ordered pizza one time.
But your last name is a Polish last name, right?
My last name is a Polish last name.
Is it possible, and I'm not trying to say a Polish joke per se, but is it possible that maybe your family's been pronouncing it wrong this whole time?
I don't even know if the Polish know how to pronounce it right. I've heard how it's supposed to be pronounced in Polish, and it sounds like you're choking on a soccer ball.
Yeah, you better just kind of like roll through it. Okay. Anything you want to say before we get started?
No, I'm good.
Well, we'll go ahead and we'll switch to the good news part of our program.
I'm actually excited.
Whoa, what is
that
here?
Frame rate?
Yeah, let's see if it does it show up like this. Oh, yeah.
It did.
So we just did like about 15 updates because it's been a while since we've been on, and it looks like we're probably downloading something else which might have an issue. I don't see.
The CPU usage sits at normally about 5 to 7, and when we did that, it spiked to like 33.
Well, it might be the first time it ran through, so we'll see how it goes. Today, my first article I want to get to is just like a super awesome, fun article for me.
I'm very interested because this is something that I have I like these.
I like these. Oh, I guess I forgot one thing. If you're new to the group, we have a Discord channel that no one uses, but we would like to use it again.
And ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. It has been a decent amount of time since we've done this.
Yeah.
Everything may be a little unorthodox until we get back to the swing of
COVID,
things.
uncovid, COVID again, not COVID, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, and then work, having to deal with family problems.
Oh, welcome to the show, Electric.
Hello, Electric.
Good to see you. Wait, is that Ella? We'd also like to give a shout out to 01 Ella, Alice Cedra. Thanks for joining the show. But yeah, hello, Electric. I did pass on your message, and it was very well received, I think, right?
I forgot. Sorry, I'm focused. I'm focused on that specifically.
Right. I told you what Electric said.
You did, and it was well received.
Very well received. So thumbs up to you. So it's very good to see you too. So we have a Discord channel.
We do.
It's very dead right now.
I got kicked from it.
We would like to let's see how we do this. Stop this. No.
Okay. Right click it. Nope. His name. Left click on his name specifically. Yep. And then just however long, and there you go. All right. Those come along every once in a while. You just have to.
Yeah.
For anyone that starts Twitch.
Yeah.
Once you get to a point where you have
400 followers.
Or 400 followers, or then it shows that you're active, or you have a chat that has roughly 3 or more people in it that are chatting. Those types of bots will pick up on that, and you'll get a message every once in a while. You're just gonna have to meddle through it.
Right.
Just time them out, ban them if they show up again.
Right.
That's just how it is.
We're not trying to brag, but we're internet influencers.
Carrots aren't real.
So, remember the time when we had a sponsor for like $600 a month for an energy drink?
We did.
And we didn't take it?
We did not.
We are so stupid. So if you're out there and you have an energy drink or anything else you would like us to promote, please, we will promote it. Send us an opportunity. Yeah, we'll do it. So
this tastes so good. Have you guys tried your brand here?
Right. And
we're not saying we want a specific sponsor.
I'm not
brand
oriented, but if I had a life supply of a certain particular coffee company, I would love that too. Okay, so back to my article, and I saw this. It was really good. Ooh, let's do this. Okay. This guy has gotten millions of people watching his TikToks of him kicking a rock down the street every day. You said you saw this?
I've done it.
You saw the video?
I've seen, I think, 20 of them.
I've seen 20 of them. Okay. So I found this article on Insider after I went looking for it because people were talking about it. I had someone send it into, so we don't get chats in Discord, but I get personal messages all the time. So also there you can send us ideas for good news if you come across something.
Yes.
In fact, a lot of our stuff is sent in from viewers like you.
We do look at your articles, and even if it doesn't make it on the show, it might just be because we don't have enough time or the article might be too old. But we do look at them.
Yep.
And we do give every article that gets sent into us a genuine chance.
Yep. And as long as it's good, it doesn't have any really negative thing, we usually put it on.
Yeah.
So a TikToker who posts video of himself kicking a rock down the street has millions of people tuning in every day to see its progress. 22-year-old Luke Lorraine wants to turn the rock into a perfect sphere. On November 17th, Lorraine, who is from Connecticut, uploaded a video of himself kicking a rock across some pavement. The caption during the 14-second clip read, "Kicking a rock while I walk until it turns into a sphere, day 1," which you can see in the first picture there. Lorraine noted in the TikTok, which has now been viewed over 17.9 million times. And this article is a little bit old. I want to say it's about 2 weeks ago, I think, when I got this one. The distance the rock has been kicked, the material has been kicked on, and the level of rolling craziness he tries to control tries to control the rock. Sorry. He's been including these rock updates in all of his daily videos, which now has over 394,000 followers. More than us. Yeah.
That is a very good depiction on how the internet works. You stream on Twitch,
right?
You get a couple hundred followers.
Right.
You kick a rock down the street,
right?
Multi-million followers.
Right. Kick the can. It's kind of like that joke. You know what my grandpa said right before he kicked the bucket?
I don't even know if I want to know this.
He said, "Hey, how far do you think I can kick this bucket?"
Darn, I've been watching the wrong type of content because that was golden. I
know you were waiting for it.
I need that.
I think I said that at his funeral, and everybody was like, you know. But also at my grandma's funeral, I tried to convince them to take her out of the casket and set her up so she can hand out her own programs.
I was gonna say, what, she up on like publishing, like,
Yeah.
you got like you behind her.
Well, you know me,
There
I
you
joke
go,
around
Sonny.
all the time. It was really good. But anyway, Lorraine told Insider he got the idea from the bassist in his band, Wavy McGrady, who told him rocks turn into spheres over time when they're constantly rolled on hard surfaces. I was walking to class a couple weeks after he told me that and just started kicking a rock, and I liked it. So wanted to kick it back to my car. So I picked it up and kept it with me, Lorraine said. He started filming himself kicking the rock so he could keep track of its progress day to day and shares updates with his friends. Then I woke up and the followers and likes were flooding in and have been since, he said. The comments reacting to the TikTok videos expressed doubt the rock would ever become spherical. One user posted, "You gon' be kicking that rock for 4.2 million years, bro." And a comment that was liked over 36,000 times. Babe, wake up. New Sisyphus just dropped.
Who's
Ah,
Sisyphus? Is that like?
Sisyphus, sorry.
Is it a? Wait, is that the name of the dude who constantly pushes the rock up the hill?
I feel like Sisyphus is, that one-eyed. Is he one-eyed or something? Greek?
I think it's Greek. It even sounds Greek. I don't have my phone. I can't look it up.
Yeah. However, other comments seem more hopeful. Here before it's a sphere, wrote one user who received over 6,000.
That's the equivalent of when you hit 1 million followers on you on 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and you get those people that are like, bro, I've been watching you since 10,000 subs.
Yeah, ground level.
Yeah.
I love the Cubs before it was popular.
Yeah, here before it's a sphere.
According to Lorraine and his viral TikToks, the rock formation appears to be changing and becoming more spherical. Between videos of kicking rocks, Lorraine also uploads updates offering a sphere rating for the rock, which started at about 2 out of 10 on day one. So far, Lorraine said he's kicked the rock a total distance of 17.1 miles, and the most recent sphere rating clocked in at a 6 out of 10 on day 19, which you can see over there all the way on the right. Throughout the series, people have worried that Lorraine might lose the rock down a drain or that the rock will wear out before it becomes round. My soul left my body when I saw the drain, a comment said on day 17. It's getting so small, bro, I'm scared, another comment said. Lorraine said he has no clue how long it will take him to kick the rock into a sphere, but he'll go for as long as it takes. Plus, he enjoys his daily walks. I recommend anyone finding a rock and just kicking it while they walk because it's good to get moving, clear the mind, and there is no limit to it, he said.
Now here's my worry.
Ready.
The rock is getting getting pretty close to a sphere by this point.
Right.
My worry is he'll kick it. It's like at a 9 out of 10 on the sphere rating. It's right there. He kicks it and it chips. And a piece chips off of it.
I can't see users. Oh, here we go. Okay. Piece chips off of it.
Yeah, like it's a sphere, and then there's like a divot in the sphere. I would cry.
I feel like it would be really awesome if he kicks it and somehow the heat and the pressure makes like a small diamond or something in the middle of it.
You kick a rock. It's like the thing of you can slap a chicken so hard it cooks it.
Right.
Kick a rock so hard it becomes a diamond.
So I was telling a friend that recently, and we looked up a video with the auto slapper and everything.
There's a video of a man doing it.
Yeah.
The chicken disintegrates, but for a split second.
The idea of slapping a chicken, I think we brought that up originally here like 2 or 3 years ago. So give a shout out to, is that 0xx2? 0x2 or OX2? Thanks for dropping in.
And also, have a good rest of your night, Electric.
Oh yeah, have a good night. Sorry about the Final Destination 3.
Now, I've seen Final Destination 1 and 2. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
I saw the first one.
The first one was... Personally, I liked the second one better than the first one.
Yeah, I only seen the first one. It's a good horror movie if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, I didn't see anything but the first one.
Now, interesting horror movie that definitely... Well, it just sucks. Have you ever seen It Follows?
It Follows?
It Follows. It's a horror movie about a...
Oh, I think I did hear it.
Pretty much the stalker that can take the shape of like any person, and it constantly constantly walks through you. It's like the thing. You're immortal, but there's a snail constantly following you. If it touches you, you die. It's like that. This thing's sole purpose is to kill you, and the way you pass it off is by sleeping with someone.
Okay, we're still in the good news. Keep that in mind.
That's as far as I'm going. That's as far as I'm going with that. But it's invisible to everyone else. Only you can see it.
Now that's creepy.
Exactly. However, you can tell it's a low budget film. It's a definite B movie, but if you like a horror movie that's not very scary but has an interesting premise, I recommend It Follows.
Okay, give a shout out to Alien Gathering. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining, Ray, as I'm talking about that.
Yeah, right. As hopefully you didn't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, children.
Sorry, children. My next article,
The big one.
I feel like okay. So a teacher transformed her kindergarten students' drawings of colorful imaginary monsters into one-of-a-kind plush toys.
Yes, and I love this.
Yeah, and I got this one I saw from Insider too. Here's one of the pictures there. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how long it takes to make a thing, but that's pretty neat.
Honestly, I think it all depends on if she's the time that it would take to make those would definitely vary depending on if she's sewing by hand or sewing with a machine.
Yeah, I don't know if this is definitely not the right. I think I cut off the first part of this name. Anyway, there's a teacher whose last name is Parker, 45-year-old parent in Melbourne, Australia. Speaking of Australia, picked up a very happy kid from primary school this week. Here's another picture. His son Oscar, you know what? Let's do this. His son Oscar and the rest of his 22-person class of 5 and 6-year-olds had been given unique handmade toys from their teacher, each one based off of a monster the kids had been asked to draw. Parker told Insider that the teacher, who he said over Twitter DM, feels very appreciated by the positive response, but doesn't want any further attention. Whoops. Had done this in previous years. Apparently, during lockdown, she rode around the neighborhood and dropped off the toys to each child's house, he said. But Parker wasn't expecting the accuracy and quality of the toy his son received.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
The red one is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Mainly because for people that watch old YouTube, all it makes me think about is Machinima. And Machinima was a nightmare.
I feel like some of these probably had ideas from something else too. Yeah.
You know what the drawing makes you think of though? Nacho Libre. That's what I think of. That's what it makes me think of.
Another one. Well, early in the school year, the children had been instructed to draw a monster from their imagination, and their teacher would transform the idea into plush, durable toys, a memento of the individuality and creativity a 5-year-old is capable of. When Parker shared a photo of his son's toy, which he said his son informed him was a Therizinosaurus.
It's either Therizinosaurus or Therizinosaurus.
Okay, how about I put this in the chat so y'all can see what it looks like?
It is whatever you come up with.
That's
how you pronounce that. Good luck.
Which he recently saw in Jurassic Park Dominion. Other parents shared photos of their own children's toys. If you've never seen a vividly accurate Therizinosaurus, Oscar's creation is shown at the top of this article. Sorry, as a fuzzy black animal with long nails, which we put.
That was the first one.
Yeah. I was spellbound by how amazing they all looked, Parker told Insider. So asked the parents if I could wrap them into a larger post online, because definitely the teacher didn't want anybody to see it, so show everybody. Parker's December 19th Twitter thread had been viewed by more than 3 million times and liked by more than 150,300 people. He isn't sure how long the project took his son's teacher, but Twitter said he's been told by spectators that it must have taken hundreds of hours. I don't know if that was a hyperbole, but knowing how long it would have taken me, that sounds about right, Parker said.
It makes sense, because you'd have to get all the different fabrics, the stuffing, all the sewing stuff.
Uh-huh.
And if you screwed up, you'd have to restart over.
Yeah, that would be me. In his tweet, Parker included a message to pay teachers more, which is actually pretty good. I mean, they're there with, some people are pretty 5 and 6-year-olds can be challenging. Yeah. But anyway, pay teachers more. Elaborating, Parker told Insider, there's a perception that teachers are paid appropriately for the hours they work. I'm paid fine for my own job, but at the end of the day, that's to make a profit for the company and supply a service to customers. It's not going to change the world. Teachers are the people our children spend half of their waking hours with. They help to create the people those children are going to become, he continued. I really think we need to pay teachers enough so that the profession can attract and keep the best of the best and not lose them to better paying jobs.
This one's great.
Yeah, I like this one. On Twitter, the vast majority of users have replied to Parker's thread with delight or a playful back and forth about the kids and their creations. Oscar is pretty scary, wrote one user.
I was wondering if you were just going to autopilot that one.
Yeah, it says something else, but he's pretty
darn scary.
Pretty darn scary. One user wrote, "That's my son's name, but you're still correct," Oscar's father replied. If this crawled out from under anything, I would scream in terror. I don't care about the smile. Cute, though, wrote another user.
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah. A minority of commenters took issue with Parker's assertion that teachers should receive higher pay, adding conditions like pay good teachers more. Pay good teachers more.
That's fair.
Parker disagrees. People may complain by paying all teachers more. You end up rewarding the bad ones too, he told Insider. I think if the pool of good teachers is large enough, there won't be enough room for those who aren't good to fit in the role.
That's also fair.
Yeah.
This toy is great because that toy is exactly what I look like going to get Oreos from the fridge at 3 in the morning.
I know,
That's
right?
me. That's me going to the fridge to get snacks.
It's actually pretty cool. I think it keep my hand. In reply to a since deleted tweet expressing the wish that the children had sewn the toys themselves to take the product from concept to reality, Parker replied, she did this in her own time, and the kids are 5 to 6. Maybe take their joy away when they're old enough to miss it.
That's fair.
Parents of former students who also received toys from this teacher replied, saying they'd recognize her work anywhere. My kid is in grade 1 at the same school, and his little handmade monster is a prized possession, tweeted at Val B. At home, the latest recipients are enamored with their own fantastical toys. Oscar and his peers absolutely love their gifts, and the as yet unnamed world's smallest scale Therizinosaurus
You say that differently every single time, which is great.
I figure one of them's right. It's already enjoying its first family vacation with Oscar and the Parkers in New Zealand this Christmas. It's just really cool. I think it's really cool. Let's see, we got any new people?
It's fun. I do like it.
Yeah.
I think it's very good.
Something popped up, but I didn't see who it was. Somebody popped in or out, and I missed you somehow. Thanks for watching.
We apologize.
Yeah, we apologize. Oh no.
You're tabbed out.
I tabbed out. Okay, no, this is the one. Okay, there we go. So my next article, this is what I meant to do, but it's not the right one. Okay. My next article is about rage applying. Have you ever heard of such?
No. I've heard of rage quitting.
Rage quitting.
I see that all the time.
This is very similar, only a much better way to do it. But there's a new concept called rage applying.
Rage applying.
Which actually gave me a great idea. I'm going to do myself. And anyway, rage applying is the new quiet quitting. And it's helping Gen Zs and millennials land $30,000 raises.
I'd like to just make $30,000.
Yeah. Yeah, $30,000 a year is actually really good for like a first-time starting minimum wage job earners, you know. But that's pretty good money for, you know, if you're going to school full-time and working.
I had two ideas for what this meant. And I'm going to stick with the second one
Where
'Cause
you
the
beat
first one
somebody until
doesn't
they
work.
hire you?
No, well, my first thought was someone shows me an interview just steaming mad,
yeah.
just answering all questions angrily, and I'm like, does that impress people? What does this do?
Yeah. I found this on Fortune.com. So if you want to look up some more stuff there regarding, your finances and everything, they got a lot of good articles on there. But it starts out with, this is your sign to keep rage applying to jobs. A TikToker with username Redweeze said in a video in early December, I got mad at work and I rage applied to like 15 jobs, and then I got a job that gave me $25,000 raise. And it's a great place to work. So keep rage applying, it'll happen. Redweeze, who goes by Red, describes herself as a Canadian millennial with ADHD who works in corporate social media marketing.
I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah, I have a
that
hard
you
time.
work in social media marketing.
I know, with ADHD.
Yeah.
Her TikTok reach is fairly small, with only 1,668 followers, but that simple front-facing video has garnered nearly 2 million views in less than a month. Keep rage applying when you're mad, Red captioned the video. That energy will push you to greater horizons than the job you're stuck in. #work, #millennial, #work.
Hashtag
Help me out here.
Hashtag work life.
All right. Okay, so if you're wondering what it is, rage applying is essentially what it sounds like. Applying to multiple jobs when you're fed up with your current one. The message has clearly resonated among the class of workers feeling burned out and underappreciated. Have you ever felt underappreciated? I feel like that. I feel like on a regular basis. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was pretty much in my job description.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? Let's not make this about me. Okay. I mean, it is my show, but let's not make it about me. Anyway.
You are the
okay?
host of this show.
So, workers left comments in droves, co-signing her message and sharing their own rage-applying success stories that led to significant raises. Rage applying, then rage negotiated, and doubled my salary with a new job. Yeah.
Give me the job.
So I feel like you're upset. You go apply for a bunch of jobs. 3 people say, yeah, we'll hire you. You go back to your current employer, who you're already kind of comfortable with, and you're like, hey, I'm quitting. They're offering me $25,000 more, and they're like, oh, we'll offer you 50.
Yeah, so I'm like, look, I got this job. It's the exact same thing I do here, but they're paying more.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I feel like where I feel underappreciated now, if I were getting $25,000 more, I feel like I could handle, like, you could pay me to be underappreciated, and I would be okay with that.
If my boss is watching, look.
It's still good news. It's still good news.
All right? Look, I want a $2 raise.
Yeah. So, rage applied, then rage negotiated and doubled my salary with a new job. A user named Anna wrote, I was shocked. I rage applied to a bunch of jobs instead of strangling my coworker, and I got a $30,000 raise. And it's such a chill place. Heather wrote, tongue, hopefully in cheek, do it. One user described rage applying to a new job after getting passed over for a promotion despite being the longest tenured worker in the office. 1 month later, I was gone and making $15,000 more, working fewer hours. I mean, I feel like that's happened where you expect to get the promotion or you expect to get the advancement.
Well, yeah.
Some rando comes in, steals that from under you.
And it's always some dude named like Steve or Darren.
Yeah. I actually have a friend who just said this exact same thing. They were working at a place I won't describe. They were waiting for a different shift. They were on the list. They had mentioned they wanted it and everything. And then a bunch of new people came in, got the shift, and you're left holding the bag going, whoa.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, hold up. Wait. I was here first.
Yeah.
I gave blood, sweat, and tears.
I know what I'm doing.
Right. So, while Red's video has garnered a second wave of attention in the new year, dozens of commenters say they're claiming her energy in 2023. The concept of applying to better roles in moments of work frustration is both far from new or unusual. 52% of respondents to an April 2022 survey by employee management software platforms Lattice, who had been at their job for 3 months or fewer, said they're actively trying to leave. I think I was actively trying to leave when I first started. Okay, for those who'd been in a job for 3 to 6 months, that figure jumped to 59%. No, but for real. I thought, like, when I took on this position that I had, I was going to be like an overpaid babysitter.
Yeah.
And then when I got the job, I realized that I was an underpaid babysitter.
Yes.
It was awful.
That's
It was
normally
awful.
how it works.
Yeah. You feel like 36 grown adult men could act like grown adult men? No.
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 Nope.
No.
My work normally has 3 grown adult men, and we don't act like grown adult men.
Now, in my defense, I am a grown adult man, and I feel like I stopped maturing at like 7. And anytime I have an opportunity to not be adulting, I take it.
At least you started maturing.
Okay, so nearly 3/4, 74% of all 2,000 respondents said they'd leave their current role regardless of how long they've been there in the next 6 to 12 months. In 2021, only 47% said the same. Particularly in such an active market, new workers realize there's not a need to stick it out for 12 or 18 months in a job that's not meeting their needs or expectations. Dave Carhart, Lattice's vice president of people, told Fortune at the time, the tendency toward flightiness skews young. Only 23% of baby boomers, 33% of Gen Xers, and 41% of elder millennials aged 35 through 44 says they're job hunting. I would just like to say, age 35 to 44 is considered an elder millennial.
Say, what is your title? I am an elder millennial.
Yes, it's kind of like a high elf,
It
only
sounds
without
like,
the drugs.
Sounds like a boss in Skyrim.
Hey, I fit this criteria. I'm technically
You are an elder
millennial, like just before the group, but like we still are cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't say it.
I don't know
This is
what
like
to, I don't know
actually
what to say
this
to
is
help
actually
you.
written there.
It does. I can confirm.
Right.
It does say ages
I would just like to let everybody
44.
know, and I want to look right in the camera when I say I am not a baby boomer. And I've been called that multiple times.
If a single one of you think that I'm a baby boomer,
Yes.
on God's green.
Right. So, anyway, okay, let's not make this about me again. Okay, historically, people have needed to work about looking like a job hopper when they had a pattern of leaving jobs quickly. Allison Green, hiring manager, expert behind the Ask a Manager blog, told Fortune last year. But there's so much churn going on right now and so much power on the workers' side that hasn't been there traditionally, that prospective employers are much more willing to overlook short stays than they might have been previously. Even as a recession looms, which is like right around the corner.
It's
You can
right
feel it
there.
coming.
You can hear
Yeah.
the drums.
Yes. You cannot see the end of the world. We're not at the end of the world, but you can see it from here, I think. Yes. Recession is not going to be good.
Anyway.
Even as a recession looms, okay, when bad times come during the recession, good news will still be here. We got your back.
Yeah, we'll probably.
That was a shameless plug.
100%.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
Even as a recession looms, workers are still quitting or at least planning to quit or search for a new job this year.
Or boomer. Banner. Get her out of here. Time her out.
No. Oh, yeah.
Gone. Deleted. Never come back.
How do we do this? Allow?
No, it's just saying that that's
she's
the
a
first
first-time
time they.
We are not boomers, Sarah. We are not boomers.
Like, dude, I'm like half your age.
Yeah. Okay, so even so, you should apply at least every 2 years, even if you're happy, one TikTok commenter wrote. Treat your job like anything else in the market, like auto or home insurance or a cable provider. Others offered a more unorthodox take. I rage apply when I argue with my husband, and now I have 2 jobs.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if instead of now I have 2 jobs, just now he works 2 jobs?
Yeah.
I apply him for jobs, so I argue with him less.
Give a shout out to Laura Kraft. Laura Kraft.
I think, now hear me out, I think it might be a play, Lara Croft.
I feel like it. Or I might be pronouncing it wrong, and it might be
It might be
Larak Raff.
Lara Craft.
No, I'm gonna go-
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. Okay. Anything you want to add to that? Because like I feel like honestly, truly, this is the year.
It has made
Not
me
necessarily rage apply. I mean, I know that's what it's called, but like think of yourself. You know what I mean?
I've been doing that for like 4 years.
I feel
now.
like I feel like if you don't feel like you are getting what you deserve, go out there and find it. Yeah.
I was like, it's occurred to me in 3 years, I have worked 5 jobs.
It occurs to me that in the last long time, I can't say
I would say
because
careful,
I
careful.
can't-
You're
I
gonna
can't
get called
say-
a boomer again.
I can't say because I'll be accused of being a boomer.
I
Yeah.
was like, you're gonna get called a boomer again.
A long time. And I can't wait to I don't know, kind of grab your future by the horns and put some more money in your pocket.
Oh, I am my future.
Yeah, I feel like
there's nothing to grab. I'm doing it.
I feel like I'm worth more. So anyway, I have a something I'll tell you about after the show.
All right.
Anyway, remember it's job related.
Job related.
So Miss Thailand, going on to our next article. Do you ever watch the Miss America pageant, or Miss Universe, or Miss anything?
No.
You just
You know what I do watch? Mr. Universe. Now those, I can get behind some of the stuff those guys are talking about.
I am going to keep the other comments to myself.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So I did see the Mr. or the Iron Man things and
Yeah.
everything, where you see these big burly men can actually go out. You can't do it on today's cars, but I've seen where
yeah.
they take the older cars, they pick them up. This
Yeah.
one guy took a car that was in a parking spot, lifted up the front of the car and put it out in the road,
Yep.
and then went and took out the back of the car and lifted up. I mean, one man. That's
Yeah,
just
and he
incredible.
just moves it.
That's incredible.
It's great.
Yeah, what I do is I just drive the car, and that's all I need.
Yeah, but he's working out.
Okay, Miss Thailand wore a dress made out of soda tabs at the Miss Universe pageant. If you saw it, I saw this one on Insider. There's the dress. I guess I can put it up. Nobody wants to see my face.
worry would be how see-through it is.
I think that it's pretty well covered, but we're not going to zoom in just in case.
We're not zooming in.
Yeah.
That's for you at home.
So the Miss Universe pageant kicked off a few weeks ago with the preliminary competition, and one contestant is already making headlines. Miss Thailand, Anna.
I'm not helping you with that. I cannot help you with that.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
And there's a hyphen in it.
Yeah, there's a hyphen.
So
in the
I
last
don't
name.
even know how to go from there. That lady.
That's her name.
No offense to her.
No.
We just don't know how. We just don't want to butcher your last name.
Right. Anna wowed the crowd with a dress made of soda tabs, which she wore during the evening gown round. The dress has gone viral, racking up more than 150,000 likes since Anna shared a photo of her on Instagram. The upcycled ensemble, which was designed by the brand Manarat and is known as the Hidden Precious Diamond Dress, combines the aluminum pull tabs of soda cans with Swarovski crystals.
Swarovski crystals. All right.
Yep. Also, a hidden meaning in the dress. The soda tabs pay tribute to Anna's upbringing. This gown was inspired by the familiar surroundings of my childhood, she wrote on Instagram. Growing up with garbage collector parents, my life as a child was among piles of garbage and recyclables. This unique gown was purposefully tailor-made with discarded and recycled materials, namely the can tab, to present to the universe that's what's considered worthless by many actually possesses its own value and beauty. Thank you all for seeing it, hearing it, and hopefully being that message of self-worth. And then she sent a little
I was
dove.
like, how do you type that?
Yeah.
There's a key. There's key commands. I learned this recently. There's key commands to type out trademark and whatnot.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I know you have to hit it and then, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Control Alt, and then you have to hit like 7 numbers on
At
your
the same
number
time,
pad at
right.
the same time.
So, although she was called by some as the garbage beauty queen, that never stopped her from shining bright as a precious gem. Red caption on the Miss Thailand Instagram page. I don't actually think I have an... Oh, I guess I do. I guess I should trust the system. Oh, just the other side. According to her official Miss Universe bio, Anna, now 24, was born and raised in a slum in Bangkok. Her family later sent her to a temple to protect her from an unsafe environment. She grew up among Buddhist nuns, and her meals primarily consisted of the monks' leftovers. At an early age, poverty differentiated her life at school from other children, especially the cost of tuition, her bio reads. In order to cover her tuition fees, she had to collect merit points, donate blood every semester, collect plastic waste bottles, and clean public restrooms. This experience made her question the accessibility Thai children had to education. Anna now hopes to use her platform to represent and amplify the voices of children from underprivileged backgrounds. She currently works with a number of nonprofit organizations, including Smile Train Thailand. Miss Universe Final will stream on, this was, I want to say about a week ago or so, but it might have been this last Saturday. It might be this Saturday, but I might have been last Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Roku channel. It will also air on Telemundo in Spanish. You can probably either look it up or at least see the video if you want.
Now, here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Pop tabs. Well, they never exactly stay perfectly in one shape.
Right.
Now, do you think at any point during her walk that she got like a little nick?
Yeah,
from a
like
pop
cut
tab?
here and there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it'd be kind of nice because then you wouldn't have to shave your legs.
That is fair. You know what? I'll get a face mask.
Say
It'll
self.
be good.
Okay. My next article I just thought was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to seem like it's way behind or whatever because we're at the end of January, but I honestly just found this just like 3 or 4 days ago.
I'm seeing. Now I know they can't see it yet. I saw the handwriting
Right.
on the picture,
Small child.
and I'm very intrigued.
Very, very intrigued. We blurred out some of the whatever to protect the innocent. and
Yeah,
all
blur
that
out the
jazz.
name and everything.
So this girl asked police, okay, to run a DNA test on Christmas cookies for evidence of Santa Claus.
I'd do it.
Here it is.
I'd do it.
Okay, actually, here's the thing. You can see we blot out the name, but anyway, local police department in Rhode Island has received an unusual query running a DNA test on evidence to prove the existence of Santa Claus. The authority in Cumberland, north of Providence, received a handwritten letter from a young girl earlier this month, according to a press release on Friday. So at the beginning of January, she sent this, okay? And this was last Friday, okay?
Okay.
The young girl asked the police to run a DNA test on a I'll get this out right. The young girl asked police to run a DNA test on a partially eaten cookie and carrot remains presumably consumed by Santa Claus and some of his 9 reindeer on Christmas Eve. The food remains were forwarded to the state's Department of Health Forensic Science Unit for analysis, police said. This young lady obviously has a keen sense for the truth and the investigative process and did a tremendous job packaging her evidence for submission. Cumberland's police chief, Matthew J. Benson, said in the release, "We will do our very best to provide answers to her." The Cumberland Police Department responded to the young girl with some already uncovered evidence in support of Santa Claus. Presence in her neighborhood on Christmas Eve, a photo of what appeared to be a deer with antlers. The Cumberland Police Department said it is waiting test results and asked residents to stay tuned for more information.
Imagine being the dude.
Mm-hmm.
You work at the state health forensics office,
Mm-hmm.
and you get that, and it's like, we need you to test this for Santa.
We need to test it.
We need you to test. I know you. Look,
Need it.
just tell me if Santa's on this or not.
You need it. You need it. We need to know, is this got evidence? I'm pretty sure that, I wonder how they're going to reply with the test.
Training years.
Right.
Did years of college figure out if Santa's real.
Yeah. There is saliva from a human being on this one, but you need to know that the saliva on the carrots are also
Yeah, I
human.
also need you to test see if
or
there's
are they
reindeer
deer?
genes on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know what? That's pretty cool.
Dude, I would if I was that person who had to test it,
Uh-huh.
and someone can be like, nope, not right now. I'm discovering Santa.
Okay, if I were the police department, I would definitely let the parents know, You need to. This kid
Yeah, I'd
is
be like,
probably not old enough to be watching CSI.
I'd be like, okay, first off, your kid contacted the police.
Right. Maybe switch to Baby Shark. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're winding down. Okay.
Winding down.
So my next article, I have a picture which you've seen. We're not going to put it up on the screen because it's kind of questionable.
It is questionable in the terms of service department.
Right. So it is an oil painting that was discovered in a farm shed covered in bird droppings. Is a rare piece of art expected to sell for up to $3 million. The actual painting, if you want to look it up, I guess, I found this article on Business Insider. Excuse me. It involves a painting of an older guy, and he's not wearing anything but, well, he's not even wearing a smile.
It'll honestly probably show up if you look up oil painting Business Insider.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just not, we're just trying to make sure everything stays good.
Twitch, please.
Yeah.
We just got back.
Right. An oil painting covered in bird droppings found in upstate New York, in an upstate New York shed, is a rare piece of art expected to fetch up to $3 million in Slothby's sale next week. The painting, which depicts a bearded older man sitting nude on a stool, has been identified as a live study by the famed 17th century Flemish painter Anthony van Dyck. The auction house said.
Now, how does it go from 17th century painter, fast forward 400 years or so, it's in someone's shed?
I think that, yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah. Well, okay. The sketch, which is believed to date back to between 1615 and 1618, was a study for Van Dyck's painting, St. Jerome with an Angel.
Hey, they're actually 400 years.
There you go. Part-time art collector Albert B. Roberts, who recognized the importance of the painting, found it in a farm shed in Kinderhook, New York, in the late 20th century. Roberts, who bought the piece for $600, previously described his collection as an orphanage for lost art that had suffered from neglect. He displayed the painting in what he described as its pristine condition, happened to include bird droppings on the back. The Times of London reported, citing the Daily Gazette of
Sure, dude. Schenectady. I think it's actually Schenectady.
I feel like he just had 3 strokes. Like
it looks like whoever wrote that had a stroke. That looks like what you come up with when you just slam your hand on the left side of your
I feel like
keyboard.
it's a really bad way to write, but the Daily Gazette of Schenectady, New York. Okay.
I mean, it's Schenectady.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
The Museum of Boijmans van Beuningen in Rotterdam, Netherlands.
We apologize, Netherlands.
Yeah, I'm just replying, yeah. Showed the painting alongside St. Jerome with an Angel. Susan Barnes, an art historian, identified the sketch as a Van Dyck and noted that the painting is surprisingly well preserved according to Slothby's. Barnes said that the painting, which is nearly 3 feet tall, is one of only 2 of Van Dyck's live studies of such a scale that have survived, according to the Times. They weren't really meant to be exhibited, Christopher Apostle, the head of Old Master Paintings Department at Slothby's in New York, said, according to the Times. The artist would often keep them in the studio to refer back to later. Roberts' estate is selling the painting next Thursday. A portion of the proceeds will go to the Albert B. Roberts Foundation, which provides financial support to artists, other creatives, and charities. Okay?
Good on.
The next article, which I guess will be my last article looking at the time, I don't have a picture for because there's just really no appropriate picture that I could do from it.
I'm very interested.
I know. I was talking about this earlier.
I'm very curious.
So, are you in a relationship with somebody right now?
Very funny.
That's not a furry?
Okay, wait, hold up. Why'd you bring furries into this? Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Back up a second. Where do the furries come in?
I don't know. I just remember your headphones with the ear things on now.
Look, we lose bets every once in a while.
Yeah. That's okay. I lost one earlier in my life, and I had to. Well, anyway, we'll keep this not about me.
We'll talk about that
We'll keep
one.
this not about me. Here is the number one phrase used in successful relationships. Say psychologists who studied 40,000 couples. Found this article from CNBC, and I carefully didn't put it in here just yet because I had people asking me about it earlier.
I was going to say, I scanned
was like, you must...
I scanned everything on the page looking for it.
You must watch the show to get the secrets.
I looked for anything that could tell me, and I found nothing on that page.
Giving a shout out to Valentina Alcaraz.
Valentina Alcaraz? Right.
Thanks for watching the show. Okay? So, for the past 50 years, we've been putting love under the microscope. As psychologists, we've studied more than 40,000 partners about to begin couples therapy. We've also been happily married to each other for 35 years, so we know a thing or two about successful relationships. While every partnership is unique with its own set of challenges, there's one thing that all couples have in common. We want to be appreciated, to be acknowledged for our efforts. We want to be seen. Okay? You don't want to go into a relationship, get mad, and start rage applying for another partner. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Tinder swiping. That's what rage applying is on that scale. That's it. Tinder.
I'm gonna rage apply for a new relationship. Okay. Okay. For $30,000 more a year. Okay. The number one phrase in successful relationships is
thank you.
It's thank you. Thank you. A thriving relationship requires an enthusiastic culture of appreciation, where we're as good as noticing the things our partners are doing right as we are noticing what they are doing wrong. But it's easy to fall into the trap of only seeing what your partner is not doing. You develop a narrative where you're the only one putting in all the effort, and you start believing it's true. It's like you get stuck in your own head. Oh, they're doing this wrong, and then you feel like you're the only one putting in the work. Okay? And it's actually not true, but you fool yourself into thinking it. Okay? Getting rid of this toxic mindset requires building a new one, scanning for the positives and saying,
thank you.
Thank you. How to get into the appreciation mindset? You probably say thank you all day long, almost without thinking, to your colleagues, to the bagger at the supermarket, or to the stranger who holds the door for you. But on our most intimate relationships, we can forget how important saying thank you really is. For many of the couples we've worked with, we found that when one person started the cycle of appreciation, it became easy for the other to join in and strengthen it. So here's your assignment for today. Unless you're not in a relationship, I suppose.
Unless you're me.
Okay? Step 1, be an anthropologist.
What is that?
Okay. Keep an eye on your partner whenever you can. Follow them around. Write down what they do, especially the positive stuff. Don't write down the negatives, such as ignoring a pile of papers you asked them to pick up. Note that they washed the breakfast dishes, fielded phone calls, picked up the toys strewn all over the living room, and made you coffee when they went to make one for themselves. You don't have to hide the fact that you're spying. You can tell your partner you're observing them to get a better sense of their day and everything they do. Their behavior isn't going to change much just by knowing you're watching. Little creepy though.
Unless they're really paranoid.
They wake up for a nap and you're like,
yeah, you're like, you're just sitting in the chair writing a notebook. Oh, don't worry.
Step 2, say thank you. Thank them for something. Yeah, thank them for something routine that they're doing right, even if it's small, even if they do it every day. In fact, especially if it's small and they do it every day.
Coffee.
Don't just say, hey, thanks, but tell them why that small thing is a big deal to you. Thank you for making the coffee every morning. I love waking up to the smell of it and the sound of you in the kitchen. It just makes me start the day off right. I like listening to you work for me.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the first thing. I like the sound of you in the kitchen. Thank you. I like to know that I'm not messing up my sandwiches. But
you are.
You know exactly what I like on a sandwich. That way I don't have to mess it up.
Right.
Thank you.
I do find that, like, food tastes better if you're not making it yourself.
It does. And half the time, when you make food, I found it's always good to make food with a second person around or just be talking to a second person on the phone because sometimes that person does the exact same thing, but they add one little thing that changes the entire taste.
Yeah. Even if I feel like they make it less elaborate, to me it just tastes better if I don't have to make it.
Exactly. It's
So, like going out to eat. I can go out to eat and eat a plain Jane whatever meal, and that BLT tastes better if I don't have to make it.
it's like peanut butter sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Now, I would have never once thought to do this, but here we go. 3rd grade. I'm tired of peanut butter sandwiches. What happens? My buddy Alex goes, hey, put potato chips on it.
Okay.
Peanut butter and potato chip sandwich. Delicious.
I can imagine. Actually,
I love them.
it sounds like a good thing that a teenage boy, a college kid, or a pregnant woman would eat.
I am all 3.
Okay, troubleshooting. Don't expect this to be easy. You may run into some challenges. Here's our best advice. If you're crunched for time, make a quick list of everything you each do, then pick a couple of things to flip-flop on. If you're always the one who gets the kids off to school, have your partner do it today instead. If your partner is always the one to make dinner, you do it tonight.
If you like burnt food.
Yeah. See what it feels like to put yourself in each other's shoes. If you're having trouble getting out of the negative perspective, try to separate the negative feelings about what happened in the past. Focus on the here and now, this specific moment, this specific person. What can you tangibly observe? Ask yourself, have I had these negative feelings before this relationship ever began? Who with? What set off those feelings? Identify. Naming and sourcing these types of negative thoughts and feelings can help you let them go. But it feels like you're seeing the positives, but your partner is not. Sorry, if it feels like you're seeing the positives, but your partner is not, remember, you're trying to change your own mental habits. You're not changing your partner's. Ultimately, how they think and feel is not within your control, but changing your own way of looking at the world is powerful. You're disrupting the cycle of negativity and refusing to give it any fuel to continue, and that alone can make a significant difference. So, basically, thank you.
Thank you.
Any new ones? I feel like no new people here, right? Am I missing anything? No?
No, I think we're set.
Anything you want to say before we get going?
Well, thank you everyone who came out for our grand debut for season 4. Thanks for staying and watching. We do appreciate it.
Did you just thank them like you were trying to start a relationship?
Try not to look at the negatives. It already's working.
We're gonna start rage applying for a users in the chat. Okay, we're gonna try to get back into the swing of things on Thursday nights,
Hopefully.
which I think is how we started.
It is how we started.
We're gonna play around probably with the time, but hopefully. Whoa! Did we just freeze? Oh no! There we go. We hope to see you back next Thursday. If you have any articles or anything that you'd like to send, please join our Discord. You can send us on the chat or me personally if you want news articles that you find that look like they're good news. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to see you next week.
Yep.
Have a good night.
See ya.